Hey, a few folks have been asking me to do a pork loin. So we're going to do a pork loin, but I bet you I'm going to do this in a way you've never seen before. We're going to stuff it. Yeah, I know you've seen that, right? Spinach, apples, cranberries. We're not doing any of that. We're going to lay on a layer of Hatch chilies. We're going to lay on some provolone cheese. We're going to do some red pepper. This is going to be awesome. You could just as easily do this with jalapeno and cream cheese if you wanted to do a popper. Personally, I like Hatch chilies better than jalapenos. It's going to be a fun cook. Let's get it going. Now for this Southwest seasoning, I've got a tablespoon of chili powder, 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, tablespoon of smoked paprika, half teaspoon black pepper, 1.5 teaspoons coriander, teaspoon of cayenne, teaspoon and a half of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, teaspoon and a half of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of oregano, teaspoon of onion powder. You don't have to remember all that. We'll put the ingredients down in the description box of this video. All I'm going to do is put them in this, oops, sorry for the noise. You can just see I spilled some of my chili powder here. It is what it is. We'll just shake it up like so. Now to make up for what I spilled on the table, I'm going to eyeball about what I think I spilled of this red chili powder, about that much. Give it a mix. We've got a 3-pound pork loin here. You can see it's got some fat on it, right? I like to cut this off. I don't believe it'll render off during the cooking process. You can choose how much you want to trim off. And I say we'll call it quits on the trimming. Now, question is, how are we going to cut this guy open? Oh, I mean, I said we were going to call it quits, but let me get this off. I didn't pay any attention. Now, I've seen some people, they'll just cut it right down the middle, spread it open, and then pound it out. And that's an option, right? But I think I'm going to take a little bit different approach here. I'm going to try to come down through this guy. We'll see if I screw him up or not. Now let me have a look, because if I make a mistake here, there's no going back. By the way, I don't claim to be a professional with this. I don't make stuffed pork loin very often. So if you know a better way to cut this guy open, leave me a comment down there in the comment section. Maybe I can try your way next time. Just want to make sure you don't cut all the way through him. And I think what I'm going to do is get a little saran wrap, put it on it, and I will pound him down just a little. I think that'll do it. See, I got just a little bit cut too much there, but we'll be able to deal with that, work with that. First thing I'm going to do is just lay down a light coating of that seasoning we made. That should do it. Now I've got Hatch green chilies. 8 ounces of them. Now, it would have been better to get fresh, but there was no fresh ones available where I'm at. So I got these Hatch green chilies in a can. Looks like that's going to be just about enough for this 3-pound pork loin. Got here red bell pepper, right? This is not the spicy kind. Now I cut up 2/3 of one. It was a big one, but I'm not going to need all of it, you can see, right? We've got just about enough already. And I cut up half of a small red onion. It wasn't much bigger than a baseball, and you can see we're not going to need all that either. I've got freshly shredded provolone, and this happens to have Hatch green chilies in it. That's right. Now I started out with 10 ounces, and I'm probably going to put too much cheese in it, but I would rather put too much than not enough. Probably be a challenge to roll this guy up, but I'll take on the challenge. So it was 10 ounces. You can see I've got, that's probably half to a third left. You can see it's going to come out the side. I never said I was a pro at this. There we go. Came out some. Not too bad actually, but some. Now I'm going to come in here with just a little twine because I don't trust myself. Maybe 3 or 4 pieces. Well, we've got it on the pellet smoker. And for those of you that know how to tie those really cool twine knots where you go all down it, I envy you. I don't know how to do that. I have a toothpick here. What if we just stick a toothpick through it? Like so. Maybe 2 toothpicks, just to kind of seal up that end. Let me come in here and trim off this excess string. I'm going to do the same on this end. Just going to take a toothpick. Just try to, right? Don't want all my goodies coming out during the cook. I'm hoping that'll do it for us. Now let's get this over to the pellet smoker. I'll put her down here on the end away. This is the fire cup here, so put it down here on the end away from the fire. I almost made a crucial mistake. Forgot to put our seasoning on the top. Actually, I want to season all the sides. I just forgot to do it over there. I want to thank everyone who participated in our Meat Stick X giveaway. Lorraine 1961. Go to armadillopepper.com, use the contact us form, send us your shipping address. Congratulations, Lorraine 1961. So our pork loin is up to 137 now. Hey, I'm using this the Meat Stick X. They sent it out to me to try out. I put it in after the first hour, and we only want to go up to about 142, right? It'll ease on up to 145. 145 is the safe temp. I'm going to sauce this guy at 137. Now you notice I've got this on my Kamado because my pellet grill, that Pit Boss, stopped working. Now the sauce goddess is feeling ill today, so I'm going to use this Havana BBQ Sauce. We're not going to use a homemade. And the meat stick alarm just went off. It's reached 140. I'm just going to coat this top and the two sides. I'm not going to turn it over and coat the back. Just doing a thin glaze of this Havana BBQ sauce. If you want to know more about it, I'll put a link here in the video and in the description box. Coming quickly, one of our favorite out of the bottle barbecue sauces. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to get the lid down, let it go maybe 5 or 6 more minutes. And our Kamado grill's been run right around 325 to 335 for this whole cook since I moved it to this. So our pork loin has been resting here about 20 minutes. Been a heck of a cook today, right? I started on the Pit Boss Pellet Grill. Thing ran up in temperature on me twice, and then it shut down. I have no idea why. Moved over to the good old reliable Kamado, right? Put a little lump charcoal in there, held the temp very steady. Sometimes things happen. I don't know what to say. What I'm going to do, still got the strings here on it. That's okay. We're going to cut it right here in the middle, and then I'm going to turn it around, and we're going to look at it together. I hope you can see that. Just look at the juice. Can you see that in the video? I don't know how well that shows up. It is so juicy. Just juice, look at that, juice running out. I think we've been waiting long enough. Piece of that pork. Got some of that Hatch chili on it. Let's give this a try. Oh my gosh. Tender as tender gets. I mean, it just comes apart. Look at that. Hardly no effort. Juicy. Got a little bit of that kick, a little bit of spice. Not hot like hot sauce or anything like that. The juiciest pork loin I've ever made. I hope you give this a try. I'll put all the detailed ingredients down in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching another one of our videos. Have an awesome, have a safe week.